Hello everyone and welcome back to the GH24 News channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It shows Stella Henry and Kai Taylor relating in the sanitarium. Willow Tate Corinthos gets recalcitrant with Nina Reeves, Carly Spencer and Tracy Quartermaine face off. Plus, Cody Bell and Giovanni Gio Palmieri connect. The problem is that whatever opinions are made will affect Willow and her children for the rest of their lives. Right now, Willow is scarifying and doesn't know which direction to go into. Still, Carly might be right that this is Aunt Willow at each, but Drew Kane Quartermaine. Still, Willow is still a grown woman and a mama, so she needs to take control. At the same time, Willow needs to realize how her children and maybe a judge will view her conduct. That's exactly what begins to be in Thursday's occasion. Willow stands up to Nina and downright refuses to bow down to Carly and Sonny Corinthos. That leads to Willow ultimately taking full control of her situation by the end of the week. Over at the Quartermaine estate, Tracy will get further callers. Tracy formerly refused to hand Willow's children over when Martin Gray came by. Also, Sonny tried to reason with Tracy to no mileage. Next, Carly will try to bandy it with Tracy. Carly presumably figures she can reason with Tracy mama to mama. There's just too important history there, however. In an exercise clip, Tracy tells Carly that the woman's life was no way the same since the day she set bottom in Port Charles. The words do feel to soak Carly. Kai will be in the sanitarium after getting injured on the field. When Stella comes by, Kai snappily turns her way. Stella smiles and asks who he was hoping the gift was from. Of course, suckers know that it's Trina Robinson. Still, with Kai rehabilitated, could he come another one of Cyrus Renault's targets? In Moment's occasion, Brooklyn Quartermaine wishes she had just a splinter of Harrison Chase's sanguinity. Cody and Gio connect at the sports bar. With Cody getting into laying and laying again, the character seems to be headed for further trouble, so stay tuned. Willow Tate Corinthos opens up to Harrison Chase. Nina Reeves reflections to Ava Jerome. Plus, Cody Bell and Dante Falconeri bandy the history. Also, Kai Taylor impresses Trina Robinson. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in the coming occasion of the ABC Cleaner Pieces. Tracy refused to let the children go back with their mama. Tracy indeed battled Martin Gray and hovered to tie the case up in court until Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos were grown-ups. While Sonny Corinthos tried to reason with Tracy, Jason Morgan suddenly took her side. So, anticipate Carly to face off with Tracy next. Nina will vent to Ava about the entire situation. Now, Nina is tricky, but her plans generally fall piecemeal. Plus, Nina is hopeless to cover Willow and the children. Nina doesn't just consider the Corinthos and Quartermaine family as pitfalls, but Drew Kane Quartermaine as well. Meanwhile, Willow freaks when she feels Nina wants her to bow down to Sonny and Carly. So, will Ava have some bright ideas on how to handle this situation? Perhaps Nina can pay Ava to deal with Drew. Willow opens up to Chase. While Willow might explain her side of the story, the fact is that if Michael took the kiddies out of state without notifying her, he'd probably be arrested for hijacking. Of course, Willow might also talk about her dilemma with Michael Corinthos and Drew. What kind of advice will Chase give to Willow? It's teased that by the end of the week, Willow takes back control. Still, that could be moreover good or bad. In Hereafter's occasion, anticipate Kai to impress Trina. Meanwhile, Cody and Dante bandy the history. It seems that the last time these old musketeers gabbled about the history, Cody was in deep trouble with his gambling habit. It seems Cody might be going back to his old ways, so stay tuned for the foreshocks. Portia Robinson talks about medical way, Jordan Ashford makes interceder moves, and Brooklyn Chase questions and doubtful seeker. At the ICU in the sanitarium, Portia addresses to Willow Corinthos about Michael Corinthos coming medical way. Willow had just asked Carly Spencer to meet her in front of his room. After having a heart-to-heart talk with Harrison Chase, maybe Willow has softened her station about using her and Michael's children as log-rolling chips. Does this mean that Willow might agree for Michael to get treatment by the Croakers? who formerly worked in the Boronski clinic. Will he have a chance to get fixed at their new German clinic? Jordan is talking with Drew Quartermain in a eatery when they encounter Cody Bell, and the two men look like they're going to brawl. Cody had knocked Drew for a circle or two at the Brown Dog Bar and drunkenly spouted off what he knew about Drew sleeping with both Willow and Nina Reeves. Indeed, though Jordan also knows about the Willow affair, she's held back from talking with Drew about what she knows. Still, she does advise Cody, do and indeed suppose about it. Presumably, she does and want the two of them in another brawl, and Cody may be spouting off his mouth again. Still, she'll read Drew the hoot act herself. Meanwhile, at the Deception Cosmetic Services, Brooke Lynn looks confused as she asks someone if they're applying for the job at Deception. She seems taken suddenly and a little blindsided at the doubtful job seeker. It obviously seems it must be someone she knows, and the operation request surprises her. Will she give the person an operation to fill out, or is it a pivotal position that warrants an immediate interview? This looks to be an intriguing day at the Deception office. At the Jerome Art Gallery, Ava Jerome's on a charge. And she tells Rick Lansing she ought to find herself a counsel who will. Supposedly Rick is non-concurring with her tactics and wants to do commodity a different way than she would. There are two situations at hand, but one is on the back burner. She still wants sole guardianship of her son Avery Jerome, Corinthos. She also wants to get her plutocrat back from the Cassadines, and one thing may be dependent upon the other. Meanwhile, at the Quartermain manse, Chase is chancing out what it's to be married into this dysfunctional family as he continues his argument with Tracy Quartermain. After his heart-to-heart talk with Willow, he laid into her about keeping Wiley and Amelia Corinthos down from their mama. Tracy adamantly refused to return the children in malignancy if she has no say-so in the matter. Chase shortly tells Tracy she's only causing further damage, and Tracy tells him to get out. Tracy will soon find herself in hot water, and relatively conceivably the legal kind. Carly appears to still be at the sanitarium with Willow as Portia is talking to her, but since Willow asked her to come also it shouldn't be a problem. Carly may be suggesting the clinic in Germany where the Krokers from the Boronski clinic in Russia work now, saying she has a better option. It looks like it may be time for Michael to be transferred to a long-term burn unit where there's further advanced care than GH can give. Not to mention, there's still the pesky problem of an as yet officially unidentified killer stalking the halls of GH, indeed though Portia banned him from the sanitarium. It looks like Lulu Spencer may be the one applying for the job at Deception Cosmetics, as she promises to be on her stylish jest. No wonder Brooke Lynn was so taken suddenly. Lulu and Brooke Lynn will disaccord, in malignancy of having tried to move beyond their fraught history. Maybe, as Cody had noted to Dante Falconeri in their talk about their history, Lulu and Brooke Lynn are too important likewise. Occasionally it's a good thing when two can understand and relate to each other, other times it's like a match on a stick of dynamite and there are lots of explosions. He can't cut a break with the men and women of Port Charles. His dusk is disturbing them one by one. Jordan steps up to the plate on Friday. Although we haven't seen much of her recently, when we do, she's giving Drew irked side eyes from hence. Curtis told her how Drew betrayed him, and she saw his obnoxious jest with Willow firsthand. And now, she supposedly calls him out on it. Knowing him, Drew will be super shocked over this dressing down. After all, these two had a friendly flirting thing going for a while. But, of course, that went nowhere. How will Drew defend himself this time?